Hello guys, welcome back to UK Firearms and Air Guns. I just want to give you a quick update on some products that I have recently acquired. If you've been watching my channel guys, you know I've not had much luck, especially with the airsoft stuff lately. And that bad luck continues today. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, I've got three things to talk about, is my Umarex Sa10. Now don't get me wrong, I actually really do like this pistol. The blowback on it is fantastic. It feels really good. If you fired the SIG P226 pellet gun, then this has a better blowback than that. You can really feel this, it's good, I like it. It's fairly accurate, even though mine does shoot a bit low left, but that's not the end of the world. And in general, I like the pistol. However, I've had a bit of drama with it already. After shooting it for a little bit, I noticed that the magazine was leaking air out of the gas port here. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's probably what's been sitting in the box for so long. The seals are dried up. I've put some CO2 in it, and it's, you know, broken the seal. However, I have rung the shop already, and they've already turned around and said to me, "Yeah, mate, bring it down whenever, and we'll exchange it for you. You've got a year's warranty on it, and you only bought it yesterday, so we're sorry about that, but we'll exchange it for you. We'll just exchange the whole gun for you, so a brand new gun and a brand new mag." So I'm happy with that. Like I said, it's a reputable shop. You know, they're quite happy just to exchange it for me. So I'm happy about that. Apart from the fact that the magazine is faulty, I'm actually really happy with this pistol. I quite like it. It's quite fun to shoot. Because bearing in mind the gas leak is quite slow, but it was getting worse. So I did actually have enough time before I noticed the gas leak to get through 6 magazines of this before I noticed it was actually leaking. Apart from that, I'm really happy with the pistol. It's a nice pistol. So the next thing, my Army R85. The gun with more problems than an actual real SA-ATA-1. No, honestly, this ain't too bad. I mean, I have got a little bit of drama with it, but I'm willing to accept it because it seems to be just generic to these guns. So it doesn't matter how many you exchange, or if you went and got 100 of them, they'd probably all have the same problem. So, as you can see, luckily for me, the gun still fires, and this is unloaded. The gun still fires absolutely fine and perfectly. It's really nice. However, did you notice something? Look at the cocking handle. The blowback's broken. Yeah, it broke a couple of days ago. However, look, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on this, and I've also seen a lot of stuff on forums. It seems to be a generic problem with the Army R85. There's literally no point in taking this back. And I wouldn't anyway, just for the simple fact being that if you notice with my one, and it does work with the magazine on and with rounds, my semi-automatic actually works like it should do. Most of these guns apparently have really bad semi-automatic function. They tend to be known as one of the worst airsoft guns to actually fire on semi-automatic, but my one actually seems to work. So I am not exchanging this gun just because the blowback is broken, because in general the actual gun itself works fine. It's just the blowback. It's a little bit annoying, but hey ho, there you go. I'd rather have a fully functioning one than one with working blowback, to be honest with you. Which will probably just break anyway after another couple of days, like the other two. Like the first one I had, that broke, and then the second one, that broke. But the actual gun itself works fine, so I'm going to keep it. Now, if you noticed, did you notice that I've only got my iron sights on here and not my Susat? Well, this is the thing I'm really peed off about. This. Bearing in mind, this, I've got cheaper rimfire scopes than this that are better quality than this. And it's outrageous how much this thing costs for what it is. So, yeah, this thing's unzeroable. You can't zero it. So what happened was I went to zero the scope. So first impressions when I've done the review on it, the scope seemed really nice. However, once you actually try and zero it, nah, you can't do it. So I'll explain. Up top here you have a thing called the EBS. That is your emergency battle sight. And this is central to the sight. So it's truly in the centre. Now, unfortunately, this reticle and this sight and the actual optic is not truly to the centre. It's all the way over to the right. And for the love of God, it took me a little bit of time to work this out. I was trying to zero it, and I had it all the way over to the left, and I was like, this is still firing too far to the right. I cannot, for the love of God of me, get it on target. So I looked through the EBS, fired the EBS. It was hitting pretty much centre, as you'd expect. I looked back down in the sight, and it was far over to the right. So that told me straight away that the reticle has not been etched in the right place. What I did end up doing, just to confirm it, to see if I could actually move it, was I unscrewed the bottom, had a look inside, because there's literally nothing in this. It's a little plastic prism, that is it. And when I took it apart, you can clearly see when you look at it, it's a bit difficult. So when you actually look through the sight, you can't see that it's too far over to the right. It's a bit weird. It's not until you start looking through the EBS and then you'll notice it's too far to the right. And when you take it apart and you look through it without looking through the prism, you can actually see that the reticle has been etched too far to the right on the scope. So I am not a happy man about that. However, it's not end of the world. Look, I was originally thinking, damn, I'm stuck with this now. £140 airsoft sight that does not work. It's just a paperweight. However, I didn't bother messaging Red Wolf Airsoft, because that's where I purchased the sight from in America. Because all they would have said to me was, look, send it back and we'll send you a replacement. The amount it cost for shipping, and I'll probably have to pay posting the package to get it returned and everything, it just wasn't worth it. So what I've done was, I messaged G&G direct. Now, their customer service wasn't great to begin with because they ignored my email. However, after sending them another email and telling them that basically your customer service is not great, because bearing in mind, I wasn't asking for them to send me a replacement. All I wanted was an apology, because I was literally that hacked off that wasn't working. I just wanted someone to say, look, we're sorry you spend £140 or £190 on something that doesn't work, and you can't actually send it back because of the costing of postage and everything, and that just doesn't make it worth it. We apologise. They didn't bother getting back to me, so I sent them another email saying your customer service is not great. And no, I'm not a Karen, but when you keep spending money on stuff like on that, I know it's not G&G, like the Army R85, stuff like that, and then things stop working, you start to get a little bit annoyed with stuff. So I messaged them back and said, look, your customer service ain't great. I said, I'm not going to buy any more products from you ever again, because, you know, they just don't work. Anyway, they did actually email me back after that one, and they said, look, we're sorry. We do know that there's a faulty batch of Susat sites that are floating around. We've had quite a few complaints about it. Can you send us the batch number by email? So I sent them a picture of the little batch. That's the batch number, I think, on there, guys. So if you want to have a look, don't get one with these numbers on it, because they're known to be faulty. So they said, yeah, what we're doing is we've got a load of new ones getting manufactured up, which is not going to be faulty, and we'll send you a new one. So they've not asked me to send the 41 back, but they said they'll send me a new one. So I'm hoping they're not going to say, oh, you need to send the 41 back, because if they do, then it's just not worth it for the costing of the posting and everything. So hopefully they'll send me a new one. I don't know when that's going to be, because they said they're still waiting for them to get made up at the manufacturer. So it could be weeks, it could be months, I don't know. At least they've actually messaged back and said, we'll send you a replacement. Like I said, I wasn't actually after them to send me a replacement. I was just after an apology. But if they're going to offer to send me a replacement because they acknowledge that it's actually a fault from the manufacturer and not the shop, then hello, Henry. You want to say hello? Sorry, guys. They realise it's a manufacturing fault on their part. Then, you know, I'm happy for them to send me a new sight. I don't think anybody wouldn't be, would they? So that's just my update on my guns at the moment. I think the cat wants feeding, so I better go now. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a good day. Get your tail out of my face.